Can you get into a little bit of your critique of the gender equity thing? Because when I've heard you talk about it, it's just so fascinating to me. It seems like when I hear your side of it, it seems like a no-brainer argument, but they seem to be so offended by it.
Yeah, so it kind of depends which aspect. So there's the whole like sports aspect where you get into a lot of the whole sort of gender equity stuff there. Where just quick example. So at a population level, if you measure physical activity rates, men tend to be more likely to meet physical activity guidelines than women. So then what they would say is, oh, we need to like sort of focus all of our efforts on women. And I don't think that should necessarily be the case. So that's sort of in sort of the exercise science realm there. You get all sorts of issues about this claim that women are underrepresented in research studies, that whole thing. Um, but then broadly speaking, like the Athena Swan program, what it does is um, it essentially it starts to get into this realm of really promoting female careers. So so doing anything in their power to just promote women, including like female only hiring practices, which happened in Australia. In when was that? Maybe around 2021. Various universities went down that road, and that was guided by Athena Swan. Um, They have, the main funding body here that's equivalent to sort of the NIH in the US, they have now institutionalized gender quotas into their funding of researchers. So what was happening is that the male researchers were putting in better applications, they were getting rated higher and consequently getting more of the funding, and they didn't like that. So what they've now done is they've put in gender quotas so that there's equal funding for male and female researchers, but it's discriminatory because on merit based, the male researchers are putting in better applications, and they know that. So they are involved in active forms of discrimination, and then anyone that tries to call them out for it, they just get rid of.
Mm.
And it's all under this sort of disguise of kind of gender equity, or they make it sound like a sort of a really kind of humanitarian egalitarian thing, but it actually involves active discrimination against men.
Yeah, that's that's fascinating, and it also seems odd because it looks like if you had a huge, like, representative sample of the population, and a lot of these areas women are doing better, but if you narrow it down to this one specific topic where women might not be doing as well, and you kind of blow that up, look how women are being discriminated against, and they have it so hard. It seems to misrepresent what's really going on with gender.
That's right. A perfect example of this is in academia. So I think you probably know, women now make up about 60% of graduates. They now make up the majority of academic staff, including now over 50% of faculty. So when you throw the admin staff on top of that, it gets even bigger. But what they do, even though you have all this evidence showing how decent women have it within the academic world, they focus in on the narrow topic of the most senior level faculty, where I still think women do make up less than 50%. And so anything that comes out in that space focuses, like you said, on that very niche part. But what they do is they continually move the goalposts. So once that goal gets accomplished, 50 or more percent women in the senior level professorships, they're just going to move the goalpost. So they'll find something else to go on about. And if you spend enough time studying sort of their techniques and what they go on about, you see there's basically no boundary, is what I'm saying. They just continue to move the goalposts.